Welcome all, this is Dr. Hitesh Chaudhary. I'm the founder of Specialty Practice Blueprint, and I welcome you all in the series of interviews, Disha, the Pathfinders in Ayurveda. And here we are introducing the new stalwarts in the field of Ayurveda who has already started their specialty practice 20-25 years back. I started this mission of empowering 10,000 Ayurveda graduates to start their specialty practice. But these stalwarts are mentoring us since many years. They have set up the blueprints, the footprints that we just need to follow. In continuation with this, the today's episode is with Dr. L. Mahadevan sir, who is a stalwart and known as Ayurvedic neurologist. He is practicing in a village in Kanyakumari district, and he is the author of 72 books, in which 43 books he has written in English language and another 29 in Tamil language. He has 30-bedded Ayurveda hospital at his place, where 70% of the cases are neurological disorder cases, which are very chronic in nature. And people are traveling to his place since 10, 12, 13 hours and getting admitted and treated successfully as well. He is also preparing his own medicines. He is the recipient of Best Scientific Writer Award. He is having Ayurvedic Gurukulam and so many things he is doing in these last 25 years. So definitely this interview is going to be a unique interview, and we will be happy to interact with him, knowing his journey, how he has started his journey, what challenges he has faced. So I welcome Dr. L. Mahadevan sir here, and I would like to ask you the first questions. Was your dream to become a doctor since childhood? You wanted to become a doctor, or you wanted to become someone else? So please share your journey.
I went to this BSc Physics, the mechanics, properties of matter and sound. All these things were very disturbing me. So I was praying to God to direct me into a course which suits me. Due to God's grace, I got admission in September 26, 1986 in Chennai Venkatramana Ayurveda College. It's one of the oldest, probably the first Ayurveda college started in the country in 1905 by V. Krishnaswamy Iyer. So there I joined, belonging to Tamil tradition and Tamil schooling. I had difficulty in learning Sanskrit, but it came to me and I studied Padartha Vijnanam. At that time, Sangraham Sutram was there. I studied, and in 1992, I met my guru. Previously, I have met many of the teachers. Everybody was good and they were teaching me very well, but that was very textual. So when I met Dr. B. Vaidyanathan sir, I was around 19 years at that time. So sir asked me one day, I thought he's an old man, he doesn't know anything. We belong to an Ayurvedic family. With that ego, I approached him. Then he asked me, what is Snehapanam? I was unable to answer. Then he asked a few more questions, which were also I was unable to answer. Then he asked me, Mahadevan, you belong to a great family. Your grandfather, Vai Mahadeviyar, was a great Vaidya. Why can't you study well, and why do you roam around the streets of Chennai and don't study? Then I told him, sir, nobody inspired me to become like them. And they were all working for the salary and livelihood. That is, I respect that. But they come, read the text and translate it, and then they go. There was no clinical side. Things were not spontaneous, and the medicine preparations were not thought. Chennai city, you cannot see any plant, so plant identification was also not there. Then my guru asked me, will you learn if I teach you? Nobody had asked that question, and my ego prevented that, and I told I will try.
Okay.
And next day he asked me to come by 8:30 in the morning. I went by 9. He was there by 8:30 sharply. He didn't tell anything. He started teaching Dwarajisa, and he was a man of Gunasiddhanta. So he was explaining Vadamishidam, Kafamishidam, Vadamishapadarpanachidam, Kafamishandarpanachidam, Pittamislagu, Vadamislagu, Pittamisnigdam, Kafamisnigdam, Ushnasnigdam, Shidasnigdam, and all. Then I thought the block in the head was going away and real knowledge started. Adurasyandaratmanam, we say, the real knowledge started pouring in. Then I cried at the end of the class, and he took me to his house, offered me food, and every day I used to study with him. I was with him for 3 to 4 months continuously. So that changed my life, and I wanted to become like him. One day he was doing, I improved a lot. My knowledge improved, my capability improved. I was sitting with him in the OPD. One day he was making Pravala Vrishti in a full moon day. And I asked him, Sir, you inspired me so much. I wanted to become like you. I want to become like you. What should I do for that? Which book I should study?
Ready.
Then he told me, Mahadevan, you don't have to study anything. Already I have studied. You just follow me. So I didn't know which guru will tell you just follow me. I have
Yeah.
studied for you.
So he was the
I,
complete book in front of you.
yeah, I didn't turn right. I didn't turn left. I didn't look back. I just followed him.
Mm.
Then I got MD in Thiruvananthapuram by merit. There I met the champions of Kerala Ayurvedic tradition, Dr. Shankarangutti sir and Dr. MRV Vasudevan Nambudiri sir, who taught me the Kerala style of Kashaya, Sagasra Yoga, Arogya Raksha Kalpatrumam, and all these things I learned because I belong to a Rasa school. Vaidyanathan sir belonged to a Rasa school. So I studied this Kerala style, and I learned Vasti. I did some Vastis in during college days. I did around a few thousands of Vastis. Then I wrote a book. First book was on Vasti. Then I came to my village on 1997 November 24th and started my practice. My thesis was in aphasia, the language problem associated with stroke, and I was doing Snegabanam to Metrasayanam. Uh, the study was not effective because the medical college, they referred old established cases of global aphasias, and whatever I gave was not effective. Kalyana Gavalekam, Nasyam, Brahmi, these things were not effective. It was a frustration because the research done by my colleagues were very effective. And but I became thorough in the neurology by seeing these cases. I started interpreting the scans and all. Then there is a curiosity. The curiosity developed in the mind for diagnosis because neurological diagnosis is basic anatomy plus common sense. So you understood the pathways, and there was a thrill every day in diagnosing a case. Then after that, diagnosis alone is not efficient. We need treatment, and we started treatment, and many responded, many not responded. Then I understood all the neurodegenerative cases like Parkinson plus Scheidrager syndrome, cerebellar ataxia, and autism spectrum of disorders, learning disability disorders, and all these types of chronic Alzheimer's,
Motor neuron
chronic
disorders.
degenerative cases were coming, and medicines were not very effective. So we started picking up these cases earlier, and we were able to contribute better in many of the areas. Parkinson, we started giving Kailas Negavana and Yapanavasti, and Alzheimer's, we started Purve Vayase Madhyama when the patient is having mild cognitive impairment at that stage itself. we started the therapy, and neurology has become a part of my life. Then I didn't stop with neurology. I improved my knowledge in cardiology, hepatology, gastroenterology, psychiatry. Now we see all these cases. Of course, 70% of the cases belong to neurology. We
Neurology.
see all the types of strokes, we manage it. And except neonatology and endocrinology, we manage most of the cases. Of course, acute cases and infections, we refer to modern hospitals. Now because of my performance, I have got friendship with all the DM super specialty
Neurologist.
people.
Yes.
They work with us, and we are doing integrated approach in many cases, and in many cases we do independently. That is how I started getting neurological interest. Again, now there is a frustration that what is not possible is not possible. Even in the corona, I took a 30-bedded hospital, permitted me to do a study. We did a study with all interleukins, D-dimer, scans, everything before and after. One of the agencies funded us, and it was effective. But Ayurveda did not eradicate smallpox or this polio as modern medicine did, and now you have a vaccine. We don't know the effect of vaccine, still we have to wait and see, but the sample size they have taken is so big. I have treated around 6 to 7 lakh cases so far in total, and neurologically also I would have treated quite a lot. I don't know the number, I have treated quite a lot. And many cases, the response is very amazing. And I realize proper diagnosis and effective medicines are needed. If you go behind these companies want to make money. They want to grow and grow and grow. One bottle of Abhay Arishtam is 12 to 15 rupees when we make, they sell for 70 rupees. And these types of problems are there. So we started making our own medicines. We called the Vaidyas, local Vaidyas who were thorough in making medicines. We gave the job, asked them to make medicine because these people were
Only
thorough
for
in.
you, sir, or they you sell it out also, or they prepare only
I
for
don't
you?
I don't sell because it for the crowd. What we get, they make in small quantities because they don't add preservatives.
Hmm.
But some of the people who make a very good medicine, I can introduce Balladaka Shuddhi, Tuvraka Shuddhi, and all they do very well. And these immunosuppressive therapies like cancers, the Balladaga Rasayana and the Tuvraka Rasayanas we are using. So these are all the unique things we do, and I studied Siddha after that. Only with the quest of learning medicines, new medicines. Ayurveda I studied, and my Sanskrit did not improve, and I could not study the commentaries. I know the principles were very strong. So, as my mother tongue was Tamil,
Hmm.
I started studying Siddha. Then Siddha, I found some of the herbs which are not told by Ayurveda, which are found to be very effective in PCOD, demyelination, etc. So I learned that for 6 years, and I started using it as a supplementation, complementary to mainstream Ayurvedic practice, which produced better results and brought so many new cases to me. Now I have 19 students who are with me. We run a Gurukulam. We give food and accommodation to them free of cost. For some people, we give stipend also. And we teach the class with patients. There are few centers where we can talk about Gulma, we can talk about Udavarta. But if you diagnose a case of Gulma and tell what it is, it will not be correct. Vada Gulmam, Vada Shofam, Vada Udaram, Vada Udavartam, Vada Shulam, all these things. What is the differentiation in practice? The teacher is in a position, in a demand to teach the students about all these things. How many days you will be by hearting? By hearting is needed in Mula Siddhanta, but this is not the way. You need cases. Now
So,
I
but
go to
how
many.
much do you think we need the modern medicine knowledge along with Ayurveda? Is it really required, or we can just practice with Ayurveda?
There are two schools of thought. First, you should study Ayurveda thoroughly.
Mm.
At least Ashtanga Sankarakam, Sutra Sthanam, Ashtanga Hridayam, Chikitsa Sthanam, Chakradatta. This is what I studied. Then after coming to Kerala, I studied Sahasra Yogam. I wrote a book and wrote commentary also for Sahasra Yogam. And I was practicing pure Ayurveda. One day I met a Vaidya who is a great Vaidya, great Vaidya, who was treating a case of Adukshaya. So he told me, Mahadevan, we will do Agni Deepana, Sroto Shodhana, Brahmana, and Rasayana. Absolutely, it is correct, whether you or me, for a Kshaya case, will do Agni Deepanam, Sroto Shodhanam, Brahmanam,
Brahmanam.
Rasayana. Absolutely correct. So we started with Indrandam Kashayam, Panchagola Churnam, Chatkalagradam Samana Snegavanam, and Savanaprasam as night food, which followed by milk kanji.
Mm.
One day, this patient fell down unconscious and he was taken to the hospital, and the sugar was taken. It was 630 and
Mm.
milligrams per deciliter, and he suffered from diabetic ketoacidosis. So, my approach of this great master, he is still a master, was correct, and he missed it. Then that night it gave me a lot of pain, and next day I went to the bookstore and bought Davidson. Then after studying Davidson, I studied Harrison and we refer Adams and other things. Daily I study modern and Ayurveda. For my practice, the clinical methods, Adravya, we don't using knee hammer, finding a murmur, doing a palpation, doing an SLR, doing a Patrick sign, doing a modified Rombergs are absolutely essential in a neurological practice. Kadigragam, diagnosing a case of Kadigraga. Kadigragam is a translation of back pain.
Back
What
pain.
is the thrill in that? I have diagnosed Kadigragam. Can you give Padma Shri for that diagnosis?
Mm.
It is a translation. So if you say Vada Pradhanya Kadigragam, lumbar spondylosis, Madhurarasa Dhanvandaram, Pitta Pradhanya Kadigragam, ankylosing spondylitis, Pittarasa Amrutotram, Kapha-pradhanya Kadigragam, Kada equina with disc protrusion, Varunadi with Ingvachadi. If you are able to discriminate in Ayurveda based on the Amsamsa Kalpana, Dosha, Vikalpane, Vikalpamana, Vikalpayanti, you need a modern guidance, and my therapy will improve if you learn modern. Practicing, learning modern skills is different. Putting injection and making money is different. I am against to the second thing. Still, I do not know how to put injection or a drip. I don't know. We have a nearby hospital. We take, they do that. A qualified MBBS doctor do that. If you need any rheumatological pain, we invite a rheumatologist who comes and treat. So modern knowledge is absolutely essential in the current era. People learn from the internet and they talk more about us. One fellow, we were talking about HbA1c. He, the fellow, studied and talked about fructosamine. So I cannot tell, I don't know. And there are drug-induced diseases where Ayurvedic doctors miserably miss the diagnosis. Calcium channel blockers produce pedal edema, and they will be giving Punarnavadi with the Chandraprabha, with the Dasamula, correct only. But if you change amlodipine to losartan potassium, the edema will go away. And statin induced myalgia, they will be doing Navarakiri, Purichal, everything. But if you change this, the myalgia will go away. So there are so many QT intervals. Some people will be taking quetiapine, and the QT interval will be prolonged. And if you change the drug with the help of modern support or orientation, the QT prolongation, which is the risk for ventricular tachycardia, will go away. So without knowing this, you are harming. You cannot protect your ignorance. I know a lady doctor in Chennai who doesn't even see the pulse and doesn't see MRI, doesn't see X-rays, doesn't check blood sugar. One day she argued with me, there is no sugar in Charaga. But when a Prameha Rogi comes, what do you do? Can you substitute insulin with any of the herbs? That's okay. But we talk about the glory of a doctor who practice Shuddha Ayurveda. We should also talk about the failures they have made by wrong diagnosis. Nobody is talking about the failures. Where I talk, well, I give lot of lectures. I talk, one of the lecture I give commonly is my failures in clinical practice. The second lecture is what is not Ayurveda. So this I talk because I accept my mistakes. We missed prostate tuberculosis last year, and it was Pitta Vriddhi in Apanasthana we were treating. We missed it. And I learned after that the prostate can get tuberculosis. I was not knowing that. Mesenteric artery occlusion, we missed it because I didn't see a case when I was a student or as a practitioner. I missed it. So many conditions we miss. Early cancers we miss. Liposarcoma we missed. So we miss. Once you miss, we can always treat with Ayurveda. But once you miss, who is responsible? So that is the thing. So yeah, I am not bothered about what others say. I am growing. I have grown because of, not because of pure Ayurvedic practice, but because I am able to communicate with the society in the language which they know. I got respect from modern sector of doctors because I am able to communicate well about the clinical condition. I cannot go and tell Gadi Yantra Grahani or Sangraga Grahani to that doctor, and only among us we can discuss all these things. But if you want to be global, you should have a strong Ayurvedic base and a good orientation in modern clinical methods.
So, this is really inspiring and really insightful. How one should think about himself when he has to stand at the global platform. So he should understand the modern medicines, but he should have the thorough knowledge of Ayurveda, and he should practice Ayurvedic medicines only. But to diagnose the patient, we can use the modern parameters like the investigation tools that are available, the blood parameters that we can do. So that gives us the weightage at a global platform or in the society. So we can really measure pre and post after the treatment about the patient. But sir, my question is, can we really show the change in parameters, like in case of neurology or in spine disorders? So pre-MRI and post-MRI, can we show the changes after doing Ayurvedic treatments on
Yeah,
Panchakarma?
we have shown and presented in many conferences. Reabsorption of disc is a clinical possibility, and the neural foraminal impingement will go away after Erandamuladi Nirugavasti in Dwadasha Prasarada Matra. We have got more than 60 to 70 MRIs before and after, showing that there is a reabsorption of disc material when the canal diameter increases. Canal diameter was 7 and it became 11 and 12 with a 12 weeks interval to 1 year interval. Very few people with food drop and bladder incontinence end in surgery. This is the one area, and carpal tunnel syndrome is another area. Alzheimer's and dementias, we need PET scan. PET scan is costly and radiation also. So subjectively we can prove. Objectively, certain conditions we can prove. Polymyositis we can prove, and neuropathies we can prove. Post-viral motor neuropathy, acute inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy cases are admitted here. They all showed very good response. Chorea, we have video documentations of choreoathetosis before treatment and after giving Vasti, same day 3 Vastis based on Sangraha until you get the Samyak Naruha Lakshana. The fifth day, 70% of involuntary movement went away when the Mulasthanam of Vayu is corrected. If there is a fund, we are practicing in a small village, of course, we are doing well only. but we do not know the technical aspect of getting fund, how to use it and all. Otherwise, I can do that. Moreover, nowadays, because of I am 50 years, slowly I am losing interest in the achievements, name, fame. I really want to help the people with the little bit of knowledge I have to remove the suffering they have. So I have the spiritual path I have taken made me humble and compassionate and more karma yogic methodology we adopt, and we couldn't see the pain because asadhya rogas come for treatment. Rheumatoid with multiple deformities, myopathies, Down syndromes. Crowd comes in this way. Treatable cases like non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, migraine, some of the seizures, they all respond very, very well, but a little bit only have come. In the rheumatology, SLE, seronegative spondyloarthropathy, Reiter's syndrome, Behcet's disease, they come very frequently, and we could show remarkable improvement in those areas. As you have asked for neurology, I answered neurology. Equally, autoimmune mixed connective tissue disorders, I think we are doing better than Western system of medicine. That's what I want to say.
In this path of specialty practice, which five specialties will you recommend that the Ayurveda people can focus and can really earn a good name, fame, and money at the global level?
Neurology, rheumatology, cardiology, liver, psychiatry, panchakarma, rasayana therapy, or the infertility, are the areas we have got great scope. We have got great scope, and a student should take any one of these areas. They can do what others did not do, like they should take cancer cases, oncology, and do Balladaga Prayogam, Kramavriddhi Balladagam. Of course, 1,000 is not possible. We tried and we couldn't achieve that. Balladagam, Tuvaragam, Langali, Uttravasti. What others are not doing, they should study and get practical training from some Mahatmas. And when they start doing it, it will click. Even for first few years, my practice was miserable. And then it picked up and it is going on, going on, going on. Even in Corona period, when the major hospitals were having difficulties in seeing few cases, after the late part of Corona, our hospital is extremely doing well with the OPD, and the rooms are booked for next few months. So if you diagnose properly and if you apply Gunasiddhanta properly and if your medicines are reasonably good, my medicines are added, you must be successful. You must be successful. But there are some quacks, qualified quacks, who are more successful than me. According to them, buying a new car, making money, putting advertisement, putting shows, are success. But we consider success as moderate earning, good support to the suffering humanity, teaching students vigorously and aggressively, showing them everything, taking care of the poor students who could not pay the fees, adopting students who are very poor as our own daughter and sons. That was the objective. So we don't have any advertisement, no TV shows, no paper advertisement. We don't do exaggerate. I tell the truth to the patient. When a
No any
myopathy
tall
comes,
claims.
I tell the truth. It is
Hmm.
not possible. Global aphasia with contractures, 3 years duration. I tell finer movements of the hand will not come. Only thing I tell very politely, when the patient is not there, we are bystanders. So we cannot admit them and make money out of that. Who will face the karma? Already karma is making us very sick.
Right, right.
Karma
So,
is a slow acting virus which has got a longer incubation period. So it is a very pratibandhaka Negativity will affect us if your my Sattva is weak.
Mm. I mean, really, you are provoking a good knowledge to us by sharing all kind of, the exposure in different fields. But when you have started, so initial 5 years or 7 years of your practice, uh, so how was your mental state? Like probably, when a person or when a student or a doctor start his journey of any practice, specialty or clinical, so he is not sure about how is going to be his journey in next years. So there is issues with getting patients. There is issue with earning money. Uh, at sometimes he lack motivation. So how to overcome these kind of challenges in initial days of practice?
Every new student starts from the level 0. Fortunately, I was born in a family where my grandfather was a great Vaidya.
Mm.
Then my uncle was carrying the job. Then my cousin brother was doing the job. They did a good job. They were kind-hearted people. And the development programs didn't happen. When everybody started on 0, I started on 20. So I owe my existence to my grandfather and other senior Vaidyas who were in my hospital. Dr. Ramakrishnan ji and my cousin brother who is now with me, Dr. Chidambaram. They gave a platform. So when people see 0 cases, I started with 5 cases. So I did not tell I achieved, which is a egocentric statement. I achieved because a platform was there. Of course, I worked hard. Good time, good luck was there. God's grace was there. My guru gave me good knowledge, Dr. B. Vaidyanand sir, Nambudiri sir. So then I started the career. But when I started my practice in Chennai, I started from 0. Only by performance, it became a big center there. The two things I faced. I enjoyed the privileges gained by my grandfather at this village, Tirisanangopu, and Madras. I myself started. And after coming here, I only constructed these ward and missionaries. Now 75 staffs are working, 19 doctors are working, 10,000 pages were written, documentations every day it is going on. RAV affiliation has come. I got the CCM award, state award, central award. All these things happened by Guru's grace. So still I study every day. I make mistake. I know I am making mistake. Many areas I am ignorant. I miss neonatal murmurs. And every day I study. This is a pilgrimage to Tridoshik realization. Life is a pilgrimage to Tridoshik realization. Once you realize the Tridoshas in and around you, you realize Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, and then you realize your own self. So in the journey of Swarupasiddhi, attaining Swarupasiddhi, Ayurvedam is Paravidya. The Paravidya is Atma Jnanam. At one stage, you go towards the Atma Jnanam. Once you are established in your own self, that is Swastha, other things happen spontaneously because some infertility cases, some epilepsy cases, uh, without any of our plan or hope, it gets succeed. So for an Ayurvedic practice, you need the help of a guru is very essential. But for modern medicine, the medical college studies are enough. But here, most of the colleges, they don't have patients. So you should go to a doctor who has heard Shrotravyaha, Shastra who has studied Shastra, Prayojya Yuktaha, who is having practice, and Sambradaya who represents a tradition. And you should go to him and study. And I taught around 2,000 people so far. Very few are loyal to me, and many few even don't even talk with me or in touch with me. But still, I am not affected by that. Still, I continue to teach because my guru before death told me, you should teach. So I am teaching. I am teaching only the clinical side, with a little bit of theoretical side. So this happen. So these are all the areas when I started the practice. It is tough for everybody. Hard work cannot be substituted by any other thing in the world. Good knowledge, Shastram, Yukti, Anubhavam. Three should go hand in hand. If you are so much of theoretician and what Taraka says, Dalgana's father says in Snegavana, whether you need Samskrita Girdam or Asamskrita Girdam, Vaishishta did not talk about Astivakasro. This doesn't value anything. I am a teacher, I am a professor, and I teach maximum number of student community. People waste their time in reading unwanted Kalamaranam according to Charaka and Chakrabani Vyakhyanam. When Vyakhyanam is needed, Mrudur Nasye Kare Abhyange Vastav Bhano Tichikanaga, no Vyakhyanam is available. Why oil should be Mrudubhaga in Nasya? Nobody is talking. I think diagnose properly. Diagnosis means I do two diagnoses. Ayurvedic diagnosis based on Guna Siddhanta and parallel modern
Modern
diagnosis.
diagnosis.
And they go hand in hand. There is no modern, there is no Ayurveda, there is no Siddha. There is only one thing. Silence is one. Languages are
Language is
many.
different. Yes.
There is no Japan silence or Maharashtra silence or New Delhi silence or Darsanangopu silence. Oh, it is one. Satyam is one. We express in a different language. Sometimes this language is understandable to others. Sometimes it is not understandable to others. So we should talk in a language which is mostly understandable to others.
Yes, very true, sir. Very true, sir. And after catching this thread, I just want to ask you one more question about, uh, though this is a potent science, this is age-old science, this is time-tested science, Ayurveda, but still it is not the first line of treatment even in Ayurveda, in India. And then how it is going to be accepted at a global level as a mainstream medicinal science? So what should be done for this, and what is your opinion about it?
Medicines are costly. Adverse reactions are there in Ayurveda. Hepatotoxicity is once in a while recorded. Nephrotoxicity is once in a while recorded. We should in-depth analyze why these things happen. Usage of metals are needed, but you should use carefully based on the Shastric knowledge and preparations. Second thing, medicine should be active, effective. If the medicines are effective, patients will come. If you are having a pain and if after 78 days if you are unable to solve the pain, they go to a place where pain is solved easily. Third thing, in foreign countries, I have visited many countries, they do single herb, abhyanga, ekamulika prayoga, ashwagandha, brahmi. Like that only they are practicing. You cannot do a Siravedam or imagine doing a Siravedam or a Uttaravasti or a Achasnehavanam there. So Ayurveda will slowly grow. Government is giving huge amount of support. Unfortunately, there are only theoretical research. Ruk, where the word Ruk is there in Dalghana, it is there in this chapter, in Jakravani, Bhanumadi, it is there in this chapter, Vangasena in this chapter. But ankylosing spondylitis, can you cure or not cure? No research has been done. Doing research, fund is going to somebody who never sees cases, and man who is seeing cases are not, his opinions are not heard. So politics plays a major role. Until otherwise these things are here, we cannot do anything. We have to work for our salvation. Then we should do what is possible by us, and we should set an example for others to follow. The fate of Ayurveda is different from fate of people who intend to practice it. Fate of Ayurveda is different. Fate of BAMS doctors are different. Ayurvedam was there always. Ayurvedo Shaswado Nirdishyade Bhava Swabhava Nityatva. Panchabhuta will be there, it was there, it is there, it will be there. So only we are like birds who come and sit in the banyan tree. Chaitya Charaka says that, and we procreate, recreate, eat, and then defecate and leave that plant, a tree. So it is up to the BAMS doctors. Ayurvedic doctors should have good diagnosis. They should realize that they did not see many cases in the college. They should accept a guru, many gurus, and learn for 2 years. They should know how to prepare their own medicines, at least 30 medicines. Their plant identification skills should be improved. Basic clinical methods, no compromise. Basic investigations, no compromise. Accept the glory of modern medicine, but don't forget the glory of Ayurveda. So, by the performance alone will bring the change. If everybody performs well, I am living in
Clinically.
a clinically. I am in a village. There is no hotel. There is no roads are very bad. You cannot get food. Buses are very rare. From where they come? They come from 10 hours travel, 12 hours travel. They
Mm.
come. If it is possible for me, it is possible for you. It must be possible better for you.
Mm.
Because when I studied, the teaching faculty were mediocre. But now teaching faculties are excellent. They know Sanskrit very well. Youngsters teach very well. They work very hard. Information is available so much. Translation books are available so much. Then why big institutes? Solid result-oriented papers are not coming. This is the diabetes type 2, this many years duration. You give this, nothing happening.
Mm.
We argue, counter argue, and waste the time. I think the companies, they are not adding medicine. Adivisham, they are not adding medicine. They add Abhava Dravya Musta. We made Shadharana. Kadgurogini was 6,000 rupees. Ativisha was 12,000 rupees. Around 10 to 12,000 rupees per kg of Shadharanam. We did practicals for students. So 1 kilo of Shadharanam was around 12,000 rupees, and it's available for few hundreds, 200, 150 rupees. What they would have added, then how it will be effective? Palasya dasamo bhagaha dharanam. 3 grams, 3 grams, if you give, it should be effective. Companies, and they give K1 quality of Adivadaya, Adivisha, B quality, C quality. No curriculum taught us how to identify the best quality. We spent time in studying Padartha Vijnanam, Ghatam and Sannigarsha Janyam Jnanam Pratyaksham and all. But how to identify a drug, Dasamulam roots, many are not available.
Available.
7 types of Haridagi, Vijaya, Hemavadi are not available. Only one Haridagi, mostly coming from Afghanistan, Kabul, and few now in from these places.
Mm.
These things has to be changed, and
So you
theory, sir.
recommend
Theory.
mm.
We should discard the people who talk theory alone. We should go to the people who talk theory and has good practice. Only that person should talk and teach. Otherwise, the learning simple theory is of no use. It's Madras has got a big sea, but still there is drinking water scarcity.
So you recommend every doctor should identify the plants. He should prepare his own medicines, and he should be more knowledgeable in clinical sense of practice. And also he should have the base of theory, but moreover of clinical focus should be there, because this is the medicinal science. The Ayurveda itself is a medicinal science. It is not just like darshana. So philosophy is there, but moreover it is useful for the mankind of the human mankind, which is preventive as well as curative. So we should focus mostly on clinical aspect of this science. So
If you want to become a practitioner and if you enjoy healing, this is the methodology you should adopt. If you are a faculty in a college teaching Swastha Vritta, did a PhD in Swasthavarta, you can carry on because you get a good salary. Nobody will come and wake you up in the midnight. You don't have to see ventricular tachycardias and admit him, refer him, take him safely to the cardiologist. While giving Vasti, the complicated Vastis, the problem comes. Continuous diarrhea comes, sometimes vomiting comes. You don't see all these things, it is difficult. So we need theoreticians also. We should honor them, but they should also encourage it to practice.
Practice. Yeah.
And the theoreticians are needed, and that is also needed. We should respect them, honor them. But those who do Vidandavada, we should argument, false argument, they must be avoided humbly. And there are some people around, they talk and talk and talk, but no patience. But they talk as if they are treated everything and criticize others for everything. It is their nature, but they don't see cases. If they are so talented, from morning 4 o'clock, patients should stand in a queue. That's not happening. If that is not happening, they should introspect themselves. Why this is not happening? I have good knowledge. I am a rank holder. I got gold medal, but patients are not coming.
Right. Yes. So, what will you say about starting a specialty practice? Whether people should go for it? Because what we believe, if what is our mission is empowering 10,000 Ayurveda graduates to start specialty. So, what we believe, if a person start with one specialty, say diabetes, and if he's seeing these kind of patients only focusing on diabetes for 10 years at least, so we can really create a huge data, we can really set a good kind of protocols. So what is your opinion on that?
Somebody is doing in pancreatitis like that, and we are doing in ankylosing spondylitis. We are doing in demyelination. It too needs lot of time will go away in your life to establish that.
Hmm.
Mahadevan did not had started the age of 29. At the age of 50 only, my neurology, rheumatology practice is established completely and recognized, and people from all over the country come here.
Hmm.
And my knowledge was very less 10 years before. And due to hard work, constant study, it improved now. It will be better tomorrow. So you should Samanyam and Visesham, both must be
Both
there.
must be there.
General practice for making your food.
Yeah.
Speciality, once speciality developed, you can reduce bleeding symbol, kadigraga, seborrhea,
Hmm.
wax in the air, itching. You can stop all those things. Erectile dysfunction, you can stop all those things. Then you should concentrate on multiple sclerosis or Parkinson's disease or male infertility. Like that, you can develop, and it is possible. It is possible. It is achievable. Patients will come. You can become a specialty practitioner. There is no doubt about it. Many of my students are specialty practitioners. Some do Varma very well. Some do bone setting very well. One fellow did Kudi Praveshika Rasayana. So these are now he is specialist in Rasayana. So these things happen.
Now
But
they
it
are
is once
coming.
in a while it happens.
Hmm. Okay.
GP everybody is doing.
Hmm. Okay, sir. So thank you so much, sir, for your kind time, and like for a short period of time you were agreed to set up this interview, and I am really thankful. Like this went very well with lot of insights in this interview. Uh, the last questions, the three things uh, that a student, a BMS graduate, should focus on to be a successful practitioner. Only three things.
Study Ashtanga Hridaya properly and improve your Moola Siddhanta knowledge.
Mhm.
Make your own medicine. In order to avoid a wrong diagnosis, learn modern clinical methods.
Okay. Yes. So these three things can definitely make us successful practitioners, because he has already passed through this since many years and is still learning, since still seeing patients, and now focused more on karma part. So definitely his words are as a precious gold and diamonds for us. So thank you so much, sir, once again. And will definitely, I was there for a few days at your place, and I'm definitely willing to visit it again and to learn more from you. So thank you.
Please
So
come with your family, sir.
yes,
I welcome you from my heart, sir.
thank you so much, sir. See you soon.
Namaste.